Good.
Hi, this is Priyaranjan.
Yeah, hi. Okay, so let more people also come. Let's hold on for 2 more minutes. Okay, so I welcome all of you guys on behalf of Star Agile, and thank you so much for breaking your comfort zone and trying to attend this session. So I know all of you guys have got a great goal. The goal is to get yourself PMP certified. And why I said, okay, I just want to let me start with like what I want to tell is I just congratulate all the people who are here because I think many people said good morning. Okay, it's a Saturday, Sunday morning time, and you guys have taken the efforts to, weekend is a time when we get to sleep a little bit extra, but you guys have taken the effort to come out of your comfort zone. So that is very well appreciated. So I will introduce myself maybe some after a couple of rounds of introduction from you guys. So I would love to hear from you people. So whoever is like right now present, no, not everyone's introduction will be possible, but at least we can start on a what do you say, a hand raise basis. If you guys could raise hand, not like this, but in the Zoom, you have to raise hand and then introduce yourself. Okay, which city and company you are based out of. Did you enroll in this batch through reference? If yes, I mean, if you don't mind, who's that student who referred you to the session? Something like that. A quick intro will help. At least initial first 10-15 people. May I have some of you guys to start? Yeah, Lijo.
I'm Lijo George. Uh,
Go ahead.
I'm presently working as a project engineer. So I thought of just upgrading myself. So that's why I'm joining the PMP program. This one I just searched for myself through. I just went through your profile and everything, and I just joined with Star Agile. So that's all. One.
Great, great. Fantastic. Yeah. Next person after Lijo. Go ahead quickly. Who would love to
Hi.
introduce? Please raise. Yeah, go ahead. Please raise hand. Otherwise, it'll, yeah.
I was looking for that option. It's too early in the morning for me to find that option.
No problem. No problem. That is great.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
my name is Shivendra Shukla. I have like close to 20 years of software IT experience. I have been primarily into QA and testing all this while. I was working with S&P Global till November. Currently, I know I'm looking for a job. Uh, so being in QA, I've always looked for project management work and experience. So I was going through the online and found this in the top of my Google search, and I contacted through chatbot, and then finally with a representative and enrolled for this program.
Exactly. Thanks, Lijo. Sorry. Thanks, Shivendra. Yeah. Next. Priya Ranjan.
Hi, my name is Nagarajan. So I work for Pine Labs. So I have
Oh.
close to 15 plus years of experience in HR operations. So as a part of my additional learning or for activity based, I enrolled myself for the PMP certification nominated by Pine Labs.
Okay. Thanks. Where are you based out of?
Bangalore.
In Bangalore, where?
The place where you reside, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, we are just half a kilometer away, no? I mean,
Yeah,
side.
not even just a
Yeah,
block
1 hour
difference,
above.
yeah.
Oh, great, great, great. Fantastic. Yeah.
Even I was a
Pine
bit
Labs, okay.
surprised.
Yeah. I have a lot of students from Pine Labs, actually. I think you are
Yeah, yes,
the
it's a
third
batch
person.
which started from December
Yeah,
onwards. Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, thanks. So next.
Okay, I'll go next. Hi,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Anusha. I'm from Hyderabad. I'm currently on a parenting break, so I would like to resume my career. That's the reason I have enrolled for the course. I have a small kid, so that's the reason I'm on a maternity break.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Earlier, I worked for TCS.
TCS, fantastic. Yeah, great. Thanks, guys.
Okay, I go next.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi everyone. Good morning. So my name is Jyoti Rana. I'm working as a deputy manager in Franklin Templeton, and I'm based off Hyderabad. I have an experience of more than 16 years in investment banking and trading and settlement. I am currently looking for a different role, and I browsed this course over the Google and found out that PMP is being provided by Star Agile, and hence I have enrolled this course. Looking forward for all of you and the interaction and the guidance to get the certification done. Thank you all.
Great. Thanks, Jyoti. Yeah.
Hey, hi Vishak. Vishak,
Yeah, hi.
I'm veteran working with JP Morgan presently from last
Great.
year. I'm having total experience of almost 16 year, 14 year in Indian Navy as commander and 2 year in JP Morgan as software engineer. I came to know about this course from one of my follow veteran who she's Commander Preeti Yadav, and she has completed this course under your guidance last year, and presently she is working with Deutsche Bank. Thank you.
Great. Thanks. I have every batch. I have a lot of people from Army background. It is very fantastic to see people transitioning from Army, Navy, Defense, and getting into corporate. Very well appreciated. Okay, would love to hear thoughts also, the different style of what do you say, managing work and managing projects. Okay, thanks, Ashish.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi, this is Kamruddin here. I'm from Voice Communications. I'm working since 15 years in telecom domain. So my friend, I was just discussing with my friend, Mr. Naresh. He just completed the PMP training. So I was too eager to do the PMP training. So with his reference, I have joined here. So along with his reference, me and Satish Shankaran, he's also in this batch. So we both joined together here.
Great. Fantastic. Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's give chance for Priyaranjan. Okay, he has raised hand a couple of times. Yeah, Priyaranjan. Go ahead.
Sorry, because people have
Hello?
detailed things I do not want to disturb.
Hello, can
Yeah.
you hear me?
Go ahead. Yeah, Priyaranjan.
Hello, can you hear me? My voice is not visible.
Your voice is clear. Voice will not be visible. We can hear you.
Unfortunately, my side is first, not for clear side. Sorry.
1 minute, Anasha. Okay, hold on.
Can you hear me, sir, please?
We can hear you.
Yeah. My name is Rajan. Yeah, my name is Rajan. I'm working as a senior project manager in Alchemicas for the past 20 years.
Uh-huh.
I completed my MCA in 2001. I had
Okay.
23 years of experience. I started my career as a programmer, and then in MP integrated technologies, and then I joined in 2014 in Alchemica as an assistant project manager. For the past 10 years, I'm in a project management group, sir. Sorry, sir, the voice is somewhat, it's not voice, it is somewhat some problems.
But
Don't
very,
mistake.
but very clear at our end. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Priyaranjan, you go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Myself,
Sir?
Priyaranjan. So I have been working into IT for last 20 years.
Great. Yeah.
And I'm based out of New Jersey. So I'm basically from different backgrounds, started with QA, then Scrum Coach, Scrum Master, then followed by program management. So right now, I just got to know with some art, and then I contacted you guys. I was thinking initially it is 8:30 p.m. EST, and then they said this is the batch we are starting at 7:30. I said okay. So I don't have much, but thank you so much for letting me get into this class.
Thanks. Yeah. Maybe Ajinkya last, and we'll start with my intro also. Yeah, Ajinkya.
Morning, sir. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Ajinkya Kulkarni. I'm a serving helicopter pilot in the Army. I have served for the last 14 years. I'm a short service officer, and I've clocked about 2,000 flying hours. I am now transiting into the corporate world, so that's how upskilling myself. I'm there for PMP.
Great. Fantastic. Okay.
Hello.
So, yeah, Mangala.
I'm the last one. Yeah, last one.
Last
Sorry.
one, yeah.
So hi all. It's very very good to join this class early in the morning. So I'm in the IT for last 25 years. I'm working as an engagement manager for a CG Capgemini. And
Okay.
one of my friend has asked, like, let us join Star Agile and complete your PMP. So that's why I'm here. Looking forward for it.
Great, great. So you don't have a wife? Your friend asked. That's
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, I was like thinking of it for so many years, but finally he
Okay.
told, okay,
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, people who are coming here have no, they should have a strong why for PMP. That's what I was asking. Yeah. So if the why is clear, rest of the things will fall in
Yeah.
place. This is
Now
what
it
I
is
feel.
clear. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Great, great. Yeah. Last, Kavya Shri.
Yeah, hi. This is Kavya. I am a software developer with an experience of 13 years, and I've done part-time TPM roles in my previous organization. I'm based out of USA, California. I'm currently on a work break, and I wanted to completely transition into the program management role. And a couple of my colleagues there had suggested me to do PMP to have a formal understanding of the process, and that's why I'm here. A nice
Great.
middle.
Fantastic. Yeah, yeah, great. So thank you so much, guys, for your introduction. Like, as you see, the participants count. It won't be practically possible to get in touch with everyone, but slowly, slowly, we will get to know each other. Every batch which I do, I will be at least remembering all the favorite students who are coming in the video and who are actively participating. But in the interest of time, I will quickly start with my intro. So myself, my name is Vishak. I'm an authorized training partner with Project Management Institute. And relevant to this batch, what I have to tell is about 8 months back, I have been recognized by the Book of Records for the trainer who have helped maximum number of students to clear PMP. So that was somewhere around 570 PMP or something. So I myself have broken that record itself multiple times over a period of time. That was for a period of 3 months or something. But this is what is the background about me from the Book of Records point of view. And about my corporate background, I was working with EY, Ernst and Young, as a senior project consultant. And as a consultant, I was interacting with a variety of project managers in different domains: banking, insurance, automotive, etc. Right from beginning of a project, you help the project managers in the other side in terms of schedule preparation, risk assessment, change management framework, and finally helping them with the exit criteria of the project. That was my stint while I was with EY. And before working with EY, I was with Ola Cabs. I think all the participants here from India would know about Ola Cabs in a good way or in a bad way. But anyway, I was one of the early employees in Ola, and I was having a direct reporting to Bhavesh Agarwal at that point of time. Now he's a big guy. He will not respond to my messages and all. But I was the only non-MBA program manager in his team, corporate PMO team. It was a very roller coaster ride when I was with Ola. I have literally seen how the company have expanded from just say 4 cities presence in India to almost 40, 45 cities in India. I was part of a variety of projects wherein how do you expand to new cities, how do you come up with customer callback programs in different cities, and when there was enough of transactions in Ola, how to detect fraudulent transactions in Ola cabs. Like that, I've worked in a variety of projects while I was with Ola. And before Ola, I was working with a company, a manufacturing company called as Ingersoll Rand. There I was working as a new product development program manager. New product development in the sense, right from idea generation to putting that into a plan, developing prototype, and finally launching it in the market. That is typically the new product development cycle. And I was the only program manager from India and the youngest program manager. During that time, I've done a dozen of projects spanning across the world, and the 3 of them were in different manufacturing locations. So that's the career background. If you look at it, I started with manufacturing and then I moved into software domain and finally into project consulting. And basically, I'm a graduate in mechanical engineering from National Institute of Technology, Calicut. And one thing which I want to tell is I cleared PMP at a young age of 24 years, and every credit goes to my first set of managers. They were so helpful, motivating me and mentoring me in the right direction, because it was imperative for me to clear PMP because I was into program management only as a team. I was into the program management team. So to prove my eligibility for further promoting and confirming of my role, this was very, very mandatory, and I did it with full happiness. Okay. And I moved into training career almost 7, 8 years back. And these are some of the testimonies what you can see in LinkedIn or Google review and all. that's it. So, 1 minute, I will switch my screen to the profile also. Yeah. So there is a reason why I quitted from this EY, not because of work pressure. Please don't think like that. I had a set of fantastic bosses while I was with EY, and I was really happy with them. The reason why I quit from EY is that accidentally I got selected in a music reality show in my native language. The name of the reality show was Padam Namku Padam. If any of you folks are from Kerala, you would have definitely seen at least 1 or 2 rounds of me in the television. So I was a participant in that reality show. It was judged by legendary singer K.S. Chitra ma'am, and I went up to semi-final round in that reality show. I didn't quit from that reality show. Sorry, I was not eliminated from that reality show. I myself quitted from that reality show because of work pressure commitments. I mean, money we want, no? Simply we cannot, like kids in the other smaller reality show, no? They come and sing song and go. We cannot do that because we want money also. So to satisfy my passion, I went and then I've quit from that. Right now, I'm associated with an institute which is headed by K. Chitra ma'am and Sonu Nigam, which is helping participants to get into reality show. And apart from this, I'm with you guys for the project management. So that's the background. So any of you guys, if you are active in LinkedIn, please drop me a connection request. We'll be happy to get connected. Please do mention that you belong to the batch starting on Feb 17. It will be helpful for me to identify. And that's it. Okay. And one thing I want to tell, every month or every 2-3 months, when my students are clearing PMP, I'll be consolidating all the posts and sharing it in LinkedIn. So this is what you can see. I just posted last night. Okay, almost in a span of 150 days because I was working on something, so I couldn't post. Okay, in the last 150 days, I had almost 596 PMPs. And one good news is, hope you can see here, the father of PMP, he is gonna come to Bangalore on 6th of April. That event, I will tell more details later. The purpose of the visit is to congratulate all the students who have cleared PMP through me. He is Mr. Lee Lambert, you can see here. And his comment is also there, see here. Okay, so I would look forward. So this batch we started on 17th of February, right? So 17th of February means if you consider training only, it gets over by 7th of March, right? And there are many folks who would have enrolled for the exam prep, correct? No, in this batch. 10, 11, 12, 13. So that means including the exam prep, the last day will be 13th of March. Can one of you confirm? Is that what the salespeople have told you?
Yes, correct,
Yes,
Vishal.
correct.
Yes, it is correct.
Yes, sure. So I will tell you one thing, guys. 13th of March means, I don't know how many of you guys are going to believe me right now. You can give the exam on 14th of March, or if 14th sounds too hectic for you, 17th of March, 15th, 16th of March. Okay. So what I'm assuring here is, I have people, yesterday only some of the people confirmed there are people coming from Malaysia, people coming from Germany and Delhi and all. So anyone who is in and around, I don't know if possible to come from US, but in and around, okay, if you guys are there, please make sure you consider this as a goal to meet on 6th of April. One is, we all can meet together, the cleared people who have cleared PMP, plus you can get the certificate from the father of PMP. Okay, so I'm again sticking with my promise. March around, you can easily schedule by somewhere around 17, 18 like that. Okay, makes sense, everyone? So with that, let's start. Okay, do you have any questions before we start from your end?
So Vikash, who is father of PMP, you're saying?
Lee Lambert. Okay, if you see here, is my
Okay.
step visible? See here.
Yeah, I can see.
He's almost 78, 79 years old. The PMP is it's 41st year or 42nd year, okay, which is into. Okay, so he's the one who created PMI and the PMP certification, and one of the first 5 people in the world to clear. I mean, they only framed the certification and cleared it, and then it's being propagated. So he's very happy with the student count which is happening, and it was he who reached out to me telling that, okay, it's great to see so many students clearing. Would love to see your students and congratulate them personally. Like that, he let me know almost November. So we were working on some plans, and finally the date is April 6th. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else, guys? Jyoti, you are based out of Bangalore?
Hi, Vikash. One quick question,
No.
please.
Yeah, Mumbai. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they.
Yeah, you said if someone want to like schedule an exam, so we can do that. But one of the prerequisites is the 35 PDUs training hours we have to showcase, right? So after completing this training only we can schedule for our exam, right? Not
Yes,
before.
it is like that, but I will tell you, I will tell the secret of that. Okay, don't worry about it. Are you willing? Don't worry about the technology constraint or the practical constraints. Okay. So I mean about the system constraints. Are you willing? That is the whole point. Are you ready? Okay. I'll make sure that okay, there are people who attend my session on the last day and the evening they clear PMP. Okay. So the point is, in a nutshell, I will tell you today, it's too early to clarify that. You don't have to literally complete it. Okay, you can apply. Okay, you can apply, and hopefully, in case your application gets approved, well and good. The very next day you can schedule the exam. So what happens? No, people in the middle of my session, let's say first week, second week itself, they will apply parallelly, and their application will get approved. And they are you part of the Amandeep? Are you part of the Star Agile voucher plan?
Yes.
Sorry.
Voucher.
Yep.
Correct, no? Yeah.
Yes.
The moment your application is approved, Amandeep, what you have to do? You have to ask for the point of contact for the voucher. That's it. They will give you if you have made the full payment. Once you get the voucher, you claim it, and you will be able to see the exam window available for you. And only thing which is lacking is you're confident. Okay, Amandeep. If you're confident, if you're believing in me, March 17th you schedule. Like I told you, there is data. There are people who clear within 24 hours. Okay. Anything else?
Can I request you something like first 5 minutes? Can you just give us little overview about the PMP till to the exam and certification so that we can just focus when we go through this course?
Everything is there. No problem, no problem. Everything is there. Don't worry, we'll do. Okay. Anything else, guys?
Maybe a song from your end
Oh my
to
God.
start with. The reality, so I
Good.
believe, because I don't know Malayalam, but I believe it's
Yeah,
from some music or some. So when you
yeah,
say
yeah,
Sonu
yeah.
Nigam and
Yeah. What to do? But the compliance rules will not allow. So let's
no,
start.
that's okay.
Okay. Yeah. 1 minute. I'm logging in from another device. Actually, I take the effort of joining from 3 devices. Okay. That's why I'm requesting you guys, please be in the video like that. Okay.
Yeah. Your video is pausing sometimes, which create little bit difficulties to
Lag.
follow you. Lag, yeah, that's
Lag.
exactly. I don't know
Problem.
whether it's for me or for everyone.
Sure, sure. Okay, let's start, guys. No problem. I think it will be stable soon. Give me a moment. I will switch my presentation to the first slide. If you have any questions or anything, no, please raise hand and ask. Okay, guys, so that there will be a ground rule setup. Okay. So 1 minute. I'll switch to my first slide. Okay. Yeah. One question before you guys ask. What I want to tell is this session is getting recorded, and today is Monday, right? So I mean, for some people it is Sunday. I got it. So what I'm telling is give 2 days time. Okay, by Wednesday Indian Standard Time, you guys will be added to a WhatsApp group, and you guys will be getting the Drive link access. The session is whichever it is getting recorded day wise. The recording will be available. Okay, you will get a mail from support@staragile.com. Okay, so don't worry about it. Don't think about creating a group and all. You will get the recordings as well as the contents what I'm sharing and the WhatsApp link. Okay, you can join via that. Okay, now let us start, guys. Okay, we are here for the authorized exam prep course. Now, first is introduction is over. Student introduction is over. Again, one point I just want to check. Okay, is there anyone, just like Amandeep asked that question, is there anyone here who is having less than 36 months of experience? Then it's a problem. Okay, Amandeep. Is there anyone who is telling, oh, Vishak, I just graduated in 2023 August? Anyone? No, right?
No,
Okay.
Vishak,
Silence means I assume. Yeah. What is that concern? Go ahead, Shruti.
yeah, you were talking about some voucher. I'm not aware of that voucher exactly. So if you can,
Don't
you
worry. I would say one thing in the interest of time, no, you trouble your point of contact from the Star Agile, okay? They will jump on you. Why should I tell? Okay, because it is a way to get money for them. Okay, so you tell, hey, I'm interested in the exam prep. Okay, like that you tell, they will call you back immediately. Okay, if they are not calling back, just let me know. Okay, I'm not part
sure.
of Star Agile. I can pass on the message. Okay, they will not respect me. That is different. Okay, so people who pay money, they will. You are the customer. You are the consumer. I'm the customer there. Okay, but anyway, I'll pass on the message. You just tell that I'm interested in the exam prep session along with the voucher. So what happens now? You will get it as a single package for you people. The process is smoother. Okay. Yeah. So my question back, guys, since the silence is there, I assume no one is here who is having less than 36 months of experience. Okay. In that case, if you are having less than 36 months, you are not eligible. That's why I'm checking again. Okay. You cannot attend this session. Okay. Okay. Let's move on, guys. Okay, let's start quickly. The whole PMP exam, I just want to tell you the whole curriculum which we'll be discussing. It is mainly divided into two categories. Okay, it is one is mostly I'll be telling about predictive style and then about agile style. Thirdly, did you see here hybrid? I would prefer not to discuss anything, at least during the 80% of the session. Towards the last 10% of the session, you will get an idea what is hybrid. So for the time being, just whenever we discuss, no, this is the way it happens in predictive. This is the way it happens in agile. Let it be keep on telling. Okay. Now let us hear who all are experts in this background. Okay. May I have from your side? Okay. Can one of you tell what is this predictive called as different name in the industry? What else is the other name for predictive?
Waterfall.
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 Yep.
Anything else?
Traditional.
Right. Traditional. Very good. What else? Sequential. And finally, plan driven. Okay. So my point is, guys, okay, everyone please have a notepad and pen. Okay, let us get into that student model. Okay. So one thing which I want to tell is, Amandin asked about the 35 hours, no? Apart from that, many people ask this question, but no one asked this in this batch. Okay. Am I supposed to go through PMB? Okay. Which edition is currently active? Like that, and people will be asking. So I just want to tell, if you guys are attending this session right now, you don't have to go through any PMB. Okay. In case you are in that, what is that inertia of going through it, no need to worry. Okay. You can keep that away. Okay. And focus only on the slides, on the flow, which I'm telling. Okay. So what is the first step in that is, whenever we tell something, no, definitely this presentation will be shared with you, but that is not what. Okay. You just have to note down, scribble. Okay. Let it be an ugly handwriting, but just scribble in a piece of paper or in a notebook, because your eye, hand, and brain have got a beautiful chemistry. If you just scribble something, okay, like that, it has got a better retention. Okay. I totally respect your time. You don't have to go extra reading, spending on the slides extra time after the session, nothing. But staying focused during the session is very, very important. Okay. So keep your distractions, phone, Outlook, etc. away. Okay. So that is the first thing, guys. I'm sure you guys, at least the aggressive guys, are making a note of this. Predictive is also called in these 4 names. Okay. Now, agile, we'll talk in detail. Okay. Now, can you guys see here, people, process, business environment? Okay. So I strongly believe in manifestation. Okay, guys. So imagine yourself. Okay. I told you that date, right? March 17th, March 18th, March 20, someday in the 3rd week of March. Okay. You guys are scheduling your exam and you are passing. Okay. Manifest that. And when you pass, okay, what happens? On the screen, it will show people, process, business environment. How did you excel? Okay. There is no pass percentage, guys. At this juncture, I want to tell you, please don't worry. Is there a pass percentage for PMP? Like that, many people ask. There is no pass percentage. Okay. They don't reveal that. That is what the truth I want to tell. As a trainer, I don't know. Okay. If you find some information, let me know. Okay. They have not revealed the pass percentage. Whatever you hear, some articles, they are just rumors. Okay. Official data, they don't reveal. And instead, what they do, they put on the screen that how did you perform in the 3 domains? Can you see here the 3 domain: people, process, business environment? Okay. And I want all of you guys in this batch to get 80 above target. Now, don't worry. Sometimes you may get target. Oh my God, Vishak, I got target. Like that, you don't have to worry. Okay. Target is also considered as pass only. But as a trainer, as a guru of you guys, I just want distinction for all the students. So getting 80 in all the 3 domains is something which makes me happy. Make sense, guys? So don't worry about the selection. What is that passing criteria? How many questions should I attempt correctly? Like that, and don't let your mind get distracted. They have not revealed anything. Okay, so just focus on the curriculum, and almost by the 3rd week, I'll be not 3rd week, 4th week. 3rd week by Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll be exposing you guys to the PMP questions. Okay, so that will boost your confidence level. Okay. I just want one more thing, guys. Right now, on a piece of paper, I hope you guys are maintaining. What is your current confidence level for PMP on a scale of 100? Okay, please note it down. You don't have to type it here. Current confidence level for PMP on a scale of 100. Like that, you will note it down. And we will revisit that towards the last day of the session. Okay. That's it. Okay? Your personal confidence level. Don't put on a scale of 100, 90, 95 and all. In that case, you don't have to wake up in the morning and attend this session. Okay. So be honest to yourself, put a decent, reliable number for yourself, for your self-evaluation. Okay. So that's it. Continuing further. Yeah. Now regarding the exam format, okay, my dear friends. So the whole PMP exam is consisting of 180 questions, and you have got 230 minutes to complete. Okay. Now, can you guys guess? Okay, 230 minutes and 180 questions means how much time you have per question? Average time per question.
1 minute,
Roughly
approximately
80
1.2.
seconds, 80 seconds to
How much?
80 seconds to a minute, I think. 1
80
minute.
seconds. All right, exactly. Okay, 80 seconds, not exactly that. Precisely speaking, it is 76 seconds. Okay, dear friends. So let me tell you, in 76 seconds, you have to read 2-3 sentences in the question, and then you have to choose one of the best options from the 4. Okay. Sorry to tell, okay, but for our age, I'm not telling we are all old people, but definitely not fresh out of college, correct? So for our age, our reading speed is significantly low. Okay, thanks to all our distractions like Instagram, Facebook, and all. Okay, now we are expert in that, but our reading speed have become significantly low. Okay, it's a fact. So one of the major struggle which you guys may face is I couldn't finish the questions. Okay, questions are too lengthy. Like that, you people will give me a feedback. Okay, so one thing I have to tell you, request you is we have to improve our reading speed. Okay, at least in the next 4 sessions, 4 weeks. How it will happen, you know, I will tell you one thing. My pace of delivery is little bit faster. You would have noticed. So rather than considering this as a problem, try to catch up with my pace. That is one thing I would say. Okay, because 4 weeks, if you are into that pace of what is it like that, if you are trying to tame your brain to catch it, okay, automatically our speed will increase. Okay, so please don't tell that, okay, the pace is fast, can you slow down? If I'm slowing down and going in a lullabical manner, then you will like the session, but your aim of clearing the PMP will get diluted. Okay, so one reason I'm going faster, hope you understand, I want you guys to attempt the PMP questions confidently, okay, and finish. Let's say 20 minutes was remaining, like that. Yesterday I saw a student clear PMP in the group. She mentioned that 20 minutes was remaining after the exam got over, and she passed. Okay, don't ask that question. So that is what I have to tell. Okay, another reason I would be a little bit faster is if you give me the right pace in which I'm going, the last 3 days of the session of the training prep, we can focus only on the quiz. And that quiz is something which is going to boost your confidence. Okay, so these are the 2 intent why I'm going a little bit faster. So please bear with me. That is one request which I have to tell. Okay, everyone. So don't worry about the type of questions once we are getting into the session. That is another thing I want to tell. What type of questions will come from this slide? What type of questions will come from this topic? Like that, stop worrying. Okay, because questions are not on a particular topic wise. Okay, we'll be eating up topics like scope, cost, schedule, like that. But don't assume questions are like from this slide, one question will come. It is not like that. Questions are situational questions. So you have to allow me to finish the whole curriculum, and you should be able to interconnect risk and schedule, scope and cost, scope and procurement, and cost. Like that, you have to interconnect all the topics. Then only you will be able to attempt those situational questions. So please understand that. Okay, so don't worry about every topic finishing. Can you give me some questions? That is a very school type of behavior we had. Okay, but that will not work here. Okay, so please understand that. Okay, so let's move further. If you don't have any questions, let's get to work. Okay, this is the time I have dedicated for the introduction. Okay, we are exactly on time. So let us start with the first slide. Lesson 1. Okay, so overall, dear friends, I have got 5 slides. Okay, that's it, nothing else. Okay, and in that 5 slides also, I will be skipping many slides which I believe which is not relevant to discuss. Okay, so those slides which I am skipping, you can also skip. Make sense? But those slides which I am focusing, I want you guys to note it down. Okay, so every batch there will be some handful of friend benchers who do that favor for the batch. Okay, so I believe in this batch also there will be some friend benchers. What you have to note, can you see here the arrow which I put here? You can see the slide number. Okay, so at least the 4-5 friend benchers here, you note down the slide number, whichever I am focusing. Okay, Now, one of you will ask, okay, in that case, why can't you delete the slides and give? Okay, that will, first of all, this slides, I cannot disturb the flow. This is created by PMI. I am just focusing on the most important slides, okay, so that your confidence will be at its peak. Okay, and secondly, something students should do. No, if I cut everything and give to you, then it will be very easy. So only task I'm telling is note down the slide numbers. That too, not everyone, the people who are actively having the habit of scribbling, they will note it down and they will put it in the group. So don't worry about it. Okay. Okay. Let's start, dear friends. The goal. Okay, learning goals of lesson 1. That's what. First, we will little bit discuss about project methodologies and practices. There are different project methodologies. From 10 minutes, we'll discuss about that. Then our discussion will be mainly around scope. Thirdly, we'll discuss about budget, project budgeting, and then schedule, quality, then project planning, procurement, governance structure, project or phase closure. This is our flow of lesson 1. Nothing to elaborate at this moment. I just told you, because some people will ask, okay, how is our roadmap of the sessions like that and all, simply. Okay, so for them, I have told. Is that clear, guys, everyone? This is how our lesson 1 going to be. We are going to discuss about all this related to project management. Okay. If you don't have any questions, we'll continue with the first one, project methodologies. Okay. Give me a moment. Not working.
Vishak, I have one question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So can you explain like what is project management and where is it required and how it is more helpful?
Oh my
Because all
God.
of us, yeah, because all
You
of
have
us
asked.
are more than 15 years of experience. So I was want to understand like how it is more important to have this certification done and how this will be more beneficial in our career. That's what I would like to understand from you.
Oh my God. It sounds like a webinar if I get into that topic. Okay. Because why project management is required? Where is project management fitting in? Is that, if I rephrase your question?
Yeah, a little bit like that. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I asked another person. No? In that case, why are you attending this session like that? Okay, only when you have done that research, ideally you should attend. Okay, but anyway, I will tell. Project managers are everywhere. Okay, what is different in it? Because in the way I drive my sessions, I will tell you this is applicable even for a housewife, a tour operator who is like tourist guide, who is guiding you when you go to a new city. You are having a 4-day sightseeing. From there it starts. Okay, how you do organize your things more properly, how you plan and get it executed. Okay, so basically, project is anything which has got a start date, end date, and a clear goal. So it is there in all the industries, whether it is manufacturing, telecom, pharmaceutical, banking, or social service. Everywhere there is projects. Okay, and there is going to be a huge demand. If your question is indirectly polished, how relevant it is, there is going to be a huge reward demand for project managers somewhere around by 2030 and further. Okay, the way in which the world is progressing, everything is getting automated. Okay, so we need more of people who can manage a set of activities or a people. Okay, that's where project management jobs are going to be like having a roller coaster ride in the next few years. Not only project managers, there is something called as project management office. Everything I will tell in detail. Okay, so this type of job profiles are going to have a huge demand. So anyone who are like individual contributors, okay, think guys, okay, is it something AI is gonna eat up like that? If the answer is yes, yes, these jobs are gonna get replaced. Whatever 100 people can do, maybe in next 1 or 2 years, hardly, I'm not exaggerating, let's say 60 people is enough, like that. Okay, we'll get scared. So like that. Okay, so what happens? We need someone at a point of contact level who can manage all this. Okay, so in fact, there is Harvard case studies. In different companies. No, apart from this is a tailored session only for clearing PMP. Okay, but I do corporate sessions where I dive into case studies and all. Okay, Harvard business case studies, project simulations and all. Okay, so in one of the case studies which I discuss in some companies, what is the forecast telling is we are not going to have job descriptions. Okay, by around next 4-5 years. Instead, it will be like project roles. That is the way the world is moving into. Okay, Jyoti. So everyone, let's say you are not a project manager, but you are some contributor in a company, right? So rather than calling it as a job description, it will be called as a project roles. That much important is going to be. Got a sense of it? I'm into the digital marketing. I'm into the procurement. That is your role in the project. Everyone is going to be part of a project. So in a nutshell, I just want to tell we are emerging towards a projectized economy. So you are all fuel in that projectized economy, provided you guys are becoming project management professional and assigned yourself as project manager, program leader, etc., etc. That is what, okay, in a nutshell. And then if you are interested more, I mean, if you want to know more, I will just put a video. It's too early, but I appreciate Jyoti, you asking this question at the first half an hour itself. So I'll share that video in the chat. 1 minute. Yeah. Not only for Jyoti, Amandeep also. Okay. Amandeep also asked this question, how is this 35 contact hours thing working like that? Okay. So everyone, it's not, I just remember the two names. That's why I picked. Okay. So everyone, please check in the chat. I will be putting a video here. Okay. This is a PMP application process video. Okay, Jyoti. In that, the first half, I've a little bit told about the PMP, how is it fitting into the corporate world, etc. So don't skip anything. Others also, please make sure you check this video. And if you are aggressive, no compulsion. I was not planning to share it today, but since a couple of guys asked a question relevant to this video, I thought I will share. Okay, please make sure you go in this video. Oh, mute yourself, guys. You'll get an idea regarding the PMP course as well as how to apply. Okay, Amandeep, I liked your question. Let's see if you are watching this video and asking relevant question tomorrow. Okay. Okay, so let's continue, guys. Ready, everyone? So first thing I'm doing, guys, I'm in slide number 12. Hope you guys can see. Okay, slide number 12. Okay, and first thing I'm going to do is I will blur this much text from here. I'll tell you the reason why. Okay, now on the screen, my dear friends, we can see three types of projects, my dear friends: predictive, adaptive, and hybrid. Okay, predictive, I just told almost 10 minutes back we discussed. What are the other names for predictive? Let's see who all have noted down other names for predictive.
Waterfall, traditional,
Sequential,
sequential,
plan driven.
plan-driven.
Waterfall, traditional, sequential, plan-driven. That is how the whole world was. Okay, even the so-called software development companies, there are a lot of people who are from the software background here. Even the software development companies were having a traditional style of project management only earlier. Okay, so if you are, let's say, that's what, no, Jyoti, if you have seen a highway construction getting solemnized, if you have seen Bangalore expanding a new metro, okay, or Delhi opening a new phase of metro project, or if you know Taj Mahal, or if you know Petronas Tower, everything is an outcome of predictive style of projects. Okay, that is what I can tell at this moment. Okay, and what is the beauty of predictive type of projects or characteristics of predictive type of project is here the requirements are fixed. That means I give enough time to my person who is framing the requirements. Hey, you do one thing, you let me know all the requirements properly, and then we can start the execution. This will be my standard. Hope that makes sense. Okay, I give enough time for the customer or client or whoever you call in your language. I give enough time for them to finalize the requirements, and then only we start execution. That is what is the meaning of the word fixed requirements. Okay, now look at the third point here, guys. Don't worry about points which I'm skipping. Focus on the third point. The delivery happens in a single shot. In other words, I would say the delivery happens like a big bang, not in bits and pieces. Can you imagine delivering a house without proper flooring or painting done? No, the contractor will give us the fully ready house. Maybe minute work is there. Don't tell that small work will be there. What I'm telling is, predominantly when a house is being handed over to a customer, it should be ready to occupy. Correct? So that you can stay in it. Okay. That's why we say the delivery happens in a single shot when you do projects the predictive way. And the goal of a project manager when you manage a predictive project is to manage cost. Now your mind will ask, okay, what about schedule? What about cost? What about scope, like that? All those are secondary. But the primary goal of a project manager who is managing a predictive project is to manage cost. Check in news and you will see, okay, a new airport construction. It's a 3,000 crore project. Like that only they will put, no? They will not tell, okay, something else about the project. Predictive projects are usually identified by the cost. The primary goal of a predictive project is to manage cost. Okay, so let's keep that separate. Okay, now focus on the below one, adaptive. Okay, under adaptive there are three keywords. Okay, my dear friends, have a look on the screen: iterative, incremental, agile. Okay, iterative means what? The delivery happens in a single shot, but the activities are repeated till correct solution is obtained. Okay? The activities are repeated till a correct solution is obtained. Okay. So if I tell an example, during our childhood days, we all had lab experiments. Okay. So we had physics lab, chemistry lab, biology lab, computer science lab, like that. So I'm talking about the day of Viva. Okay. Let's say some experiment the technician will give. If I talk about chemistry, to detect an unknown compound. Correct? Some exercise we all would have done. Okay. So when you are in a lab experiment to detect an unknown compound, what happens? We'll be trying different tests. And finally, we will tell to the lab technician that, hey, Eureka, I have found out the compound. Correct? Then what the lab technician will tell? Okay, write the final lab report. Okay. Just like that, in corporate world also, I would say the iterative style is more matching for medicine development, vaccine development, or generally R&D type of project, research and development type of projects. They have or they prefer an iterative style of project management, where the goal is correctness of solution. Till you get the correct solution, keep repeating the experiment. Keep repeating the iterations. So I hope you got it. Medicine and pharmaceutical companies, predominantly they follow an iterative cycle. Clinical trials, like that and all, have you heard? That's what they are trying different. Okay, finally, they will tell to the whole world that Eureka, we have found out the COVID vaccine. Something like that. Make sense, everyone? Yeah. Now getting into incremental. Incremental means, okay, the activities are performed once per increment. We don't repeat it again and again. Okay. And point number 2, the delivery happens in small packets. Frequent small deliveries. See, did you notice the difference here? In predictive, the delivery happens in a single shot. But in incremental, the delivery happens in small packets. Okay. I hope you guys know we are using the interface Zoom right now. Okay. So I became a friend of Zoom during the time of COVID. I hope everyone got familiar with Zoom during the time of COVID. But from that point of time, if you look at how the Zoom interface is presently today, okay, you will see a drastic change. A hell lot of features, functionalities are there in the present day Zoom. Can you guys tell what all features you have noticed in the present day Zoom, which are not there when Zoom was launched initially? Not all features are there.
Giving control.
Go ahead. Sorry, what is that?
Giving control to other person, sharing screen.
Sharing screen, sharing host controls. Okay, share screen. What else? Come on, guys.
Background effects.
Background effects.
The video.
Creating rooms.
Background screen. This one, background effect and background audio also there. Okay, don't think that this is my background. Okay, my background is so messed up. Okay, so I've tried to hide it with the help of a background screen. Thanks to that.
Creating room.
Yeah, breakout rooms are there. Very beautiful.
Password based entry.
What is that? Sorry.
You have to register with password and screen boards.
Okay, password based entry. Correct. Come on, guys. Latest thing. Why no one is telling?
Screen boards.
Recording, whiteboard.
Closed captions.
Oh, very good. That's what I was expecting. Latest things still, guys. Okay, closed captions. What else today?
Reactions.
Reactions. Correct.
Q&A.
Then
Q&A.
Q&A. Very good. Then
some apps control.
Apps, integration of the apps. Very good. What else? Come on, guys. Latest thing no one is telling.
Transcript is there. I think that is very helpful too.
Notes/AI companion transcript. Okay.
Yeah.
That is latest 4-5 months only. Okay. Anyway,
minutes of meeting recording.
Exactly. That is what, guys. Okay. We cannot imagine. I'm not sure how many of you guys are using it. I am not expert in that. If you are expert, please share the relevant thing. Some of the students know what they have done by the end of the session. They would have beautifully summarized. They would not have summarized. The AI tool have summarized it for us. This was a whole crux of the discussion, like that they used to put in the chat or they used to share in the WhatsApp group. Okay. So my point is, these all features are there in the present day Zoom. Okay. But when Zoom was initially launched, don't think that the CEO of Zoom, I don't know who is that, don't think that in his mind these ideas were not there. My point is, these ideas were there in his mind, that point also. But He didn't tell to his team that, hey guys, let's get every such features, whatever is written on the screen, let's get all those features into the Zoom application. And then only we will launch Zoom. Like that, was he adamant? No. Now my question is, if he was adamant, what would have happened?
Other market player would have captured with the other other
Exactly.
way of presentation.
He wouldn't have been able to launch it on the time that is when it was most required and capture the market share.
More time.
Correct.
Very correct. Okay. Other players would have captured the market. Instead of Zoom, we'll be using Boom or something. Okay. In a span of couple of months, things would have changed drastically. And some other competitors, we would have got delayed to the market. Okay. So the point is the incremental approach, what Zoom have followed, is required in those industries or those environment where the goal is speed or early go to market. Speed or early go to market. Okay, because if 2 months Zoom got delayed, some other player will be in our laptop right now, not Zoom, definitely. So what he was focusing, the founders of Zoom, something people are struggling in COVID. Okay, they don't want virtual background and all, they are okay. Okay, and they don't want AI companion and all, something you push to the market. Let people start using it. Slowly, slowly, over a period of time, we can push in the form of updates. We can push in the form of increment. Like that, they thought. Okay, so that's the same thing applicable for WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, everything. Make sense, all of you? Now, thirdly, we have Agile. Okay, so one request, guys, the goal is very, very important. I hope I will just clarify so that I don't want you guys to miss it out. Managing cost is a goal of predictive. Correctness of solution is a goal of iterative. Speed or early go-to-market is a goal of incremental. Hope you guys are taking a note of it. Okay, finally, Agile. Now, let me tell you, almost 4 hours we are going to discuss in detail about Agile. So in this single slide, if you ask me, can you please elaborate on Agile? It will be very difficult. But at this moment, I will tell you, Agile means it involves a mixture of iterative and incremental approaches. The best combination of iteration and incremental. But the goal is customer value. Now, customer value means what? In the middle of the project, we are able to value the sentiments of the customer. Don't ask me a counter question. So, what are you telling, Vishak? In predictive, we don't value customers? That is not the conclusion. In predictive also, we value. But the point is, in the middle of the life cycle of the project, we take care of the customer mind changes, mood swings. Is that clear? That's what is in a nutshell I can tell about Agile. And finally, hybrid, I told you. Okay, let at least 80% of the curriculum get over. You will know what is hybrid. I don't want to tell. It is a best practices of predictive and agile, which each one of you guys who is attending this session are taking it. That's what is called as hybrid approach. So let's not worry too much, guys. Okay, and there is no goal for hybrid because it is up to you. How are you tailoring it? Make sense, everyone? Any questions relevant to this? Come on, quick.
Vishak, I have a question. How
Yeah.
different is incremental and agile?
That is what I'm telling. No, good question. I forgot to tell that. See, the point is when you go to a corporate company, please don't ask them, hey, are you following incremental? Because he told that, okay, WhatsApp, Zoom, and all incremental. You are working in Zoom, right? Like that, we should not go and ask. Okay, so incremental is just a theoretical framework which I have told. So when you go to the outside world, corporate world, there are only two: predictive and agile. That's it. Just for the sake of a classification, I told you incremental, where you deliver in bits and pieces. But agile involves both incremental and iterative. That is what I told you. It's more of customer value creation in the middle of the project. So in fact, Zoom is following agile approach only, okay, Anisha? But the example I told is to clarify the incremental mindset. Does that help a little bit? At this moment, only this much, okay?
Yeah.
So
No, I
we'll
think that no, that clarification is good. In fact, I followed Agile for last 20 years, so 18, 20 years from the day when it started. So I was
Very
also
good,
getting
very good.
confused. Iterative, incremental, Agile is it's agility, right? End of the day, we are
The
talking
Very
at the
correct,
customer
very correct,
center.
very
definition
correct.
of agile states, it is an iterative and incremental model, right? So that's
Yeah.
the reason I wanted to
Exactly.
know what is the basic difference.
Very correct, very correct. Okay, beautiful. So let's move further, guys. Now, did you understand why did I blur the screen? See, because in the single slide, it is like last 2-3 slides. No, they were simply doing some step by step. They were starting. Okay, so I've cut all those and cut all those things and slightly jump to slide number 12. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, you have to note down. At least if you are not noting down, no, don't worry. At least one person is noting down here, I'm sure. Okay, so that's, guys, the intro which I've planned for the different life cycles. Okay, now if you don't have any questions, we'll move to the next topic: plan and manage scope. But before that, I just want to check, guys, is there anyone who have attempted PMP before and failed, or attended PMP training before and didn't have the confidence to give PMP? Anything like that? Everyone is first time.
Yes.
Hmm?
Hey,
Me,
actually,
Mary.
I have started something with Udemy, but dropped in between.
Dropped. Okay, yeah, that's it. Anyone else who have attended PMP training before or failed in PMP? No problem. You should tell it here, guys. Failing in PMP, it's fine. If you just check, okay. So if there is anyone, I will be noting down separately. That's why. Okay. Okay. So let's move
So
further.
what was topic A? Like, was it like project management? Because when
It's life cycle. Oh, sorry. But first of all, that's not needed. Okay, Priyaranjan. Okay.
No, just for the
Life
sequential so that we know
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
right?
Project methodologies and practices. That was topic A.
Okay.
Yeah. The next one is scope. Okay. I was asking one more question. Is there anyone from the previous batches of mine, like you have attended 1 or 2 sessions, but because of work pressure, family commitments, I couldn't continue? Anyone like that? No one? Okay.
I had actually taken the previous batch, but I didn't attend any of the sessions because of the time difference. It was getting very difficult for me to join.
No one attended. Anyone else?
Yeah.
So, Aditi, you didn't attend even single session?
No, I joined that first session, but that was because I'm in Ireland, and that time it was almost 4:30 in the morning, and I dozed off. And then next weekend batch, I couldn't attend.
Okay. Okay. Let's start, guys. Okay, further. So the next topic we are moving is scope. Okay, my dear friends. We are in the title, plan and manage scope. Okay. Now let us get into the details. Okay, if you guys are not talking here, no, please go on mute. Even a minute conversation there is going to have an impact here. Okay, so go on mute yourself. Okay. Now, we are in the scope topic, dear friends. Please listen. Okay, and I want you to focus here on the right side portion of the screen here. Okay, what is written here? Product scope. Okay, so let me tell you something. What? Go on mute, guys. This is what the problem. Adi Ayappan.
Vishak, host is having rights to mute everyone.
I have done it, but it is a servant leadership. No, you'll understand slowly. Okay, people should have the maturity. Okay, I can make sure that only when you when I allow you guys are unmuting, but I don't want to behave like that. Okay, that's why. Okay, so let's start, guys. So what I was telling is the product scope is what features, functionalities, what service are we offering, what result are we aiming. Like that, when we tell, no, that is what we call as product scope. Okay, so did you hear in the last 10 seconds I was repeating one word at least 2-3 times? What was that word? What features, what functionality, what characteristics, what result are we going to provide? What is that word?
Product.
What?
Okay, that word was what. Okay, so what requirements? No, not scope. Okay, what requirements? That is what is product scope. Is that clear? In a project, the what requirements. What do you want? You tell me. Is that clear? That is what is called as product scope. Okay. Now, in your company, I just want to hear from you people, who are all the designations who usually define this what requirement? Who are all the designations?
Product manager.
Product owner.
Manager.
Product team.
Management team.
Product manager.
Business analyst.
Business analyst.
Business analyst.
Even sales and marketing team also they interact.
Sales, marketing. Come on, that's it.
Customer support.
who's wants to
Client.
outcome of it.
Customer support. Okay.
End user.
End user. End user. Yeah. Okay.
Because they also comes back saying they're not happy with that.
Correct. End user. Sponsor. Okay. So these are the different designations. Stakeholders. I will clarify it. Okay. So that is actually a wrong way of telling. I thought no one was telling it. Okay. So stakeholders, okay, is that clear? So these are the people who usually define requirements in your company for the projects, correct? So to avoid confusion, you understand, no, this is a public batch. There are people from different types of streams, okay? So everyone will be using a different terms in your company. So on a safer side, I would love to call all this crowd as initiator, okay? So initiator is a person, think as a single person, okay? Don't see, when I say end users, no, the point is if there are thousands of end users for an application like Zoom, WhatsApp, that's why I told, okay? So let's say one point of contact, okay, who is badly needing this project to be executed. That person you can call as an initiator. Okay. Now, one small suggestion is, I think some of you guys told stakeholder. I totally agree. This is a very common term in corporate world. You refer to the client as a stakeholder. But till you clear PMP at least, okay, little bit of unlearning is required. Okay. So the stakeholder is anyone, as per the definition, is anyone who is getting affected or can affect my project in a good way or in a bad way. Okay. So there can be negative stakeholders, resistant stakeholders, and neutral stakeholders. Okay. So if you look at that dimension, my suppliers are my stakeholders, my vendors, my team members are my stakeholders. My client obviously is a stakeholder as per your language. Okay. Functional managers are a stakeholder. Okay. My family members, if they are getting affected by the project, they are also a stakeholder. They are getting affected. Okay. So please remember like that, stakeholder is anyone who gets affected or can affect our project, because this topic is very important once we move to lesson 2, stakeholder engagement, like that. Okay. So at that point of time, the stakeholder definition itself is different compared to what you see in corporate world. So just correct it now itself. Okay. Now, moving here on the left side, we have project scope. Okay. Now, once this what requirement is clear and final, that's when the PM and team, the project manager and team, okay, get into the project scope, which is the work to be performed. How are we going to deliver? How are we going to provide the service? How are we going to provide the result? Like that, when the project manager and team starts thinking, that's what is the project scope. So this clear distinction is very, very important. Product scope is more about what, project scope is more about how.
How?
Without this getting defined, my dear friends, without product scope getting defined, we cannot start project scope. So please look at this. Project scope usually includes the product scope. Without that, we cannot start. How we will start? Okay. Unless you tell your requirements, I will not be able to do anything. Okay. So please let me know if you have any questions in this. Make sense? Okay. So let's move further.
So, Vishak, this is Tushar here. So,
Yeah.
as you mentioned, that initiator is a owner of product scope. So, who is that owner of a project scope?
Project manager. Okay. Are you ready to take the ownership? Tushar? Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. So one question, slightly different option I have. Okay. In a predictive project, it is the project manager. Okay. But when it comes to the Scrum framework, it is the self-organizing team. Okay. But since you asked now, I spontaneously told is the project manager. But when it comes to Scrum teams, we say it is the Scrum team. Okay. We don't just pinpoint on the Scrum master or the product owner. It is a self-organizing Scrum team. Okay. We'll talk about it separately. But anyway, it's the project manager. Okay. On a general sense. Okay.
But
Now,
is that the project manager is only one? Because there are so many, right? Project manager, then top of the project manager, delivery manager, director, and other stuff.
yeah,
But everybody gets into that. So who would be those all entire set of people will call as a project manager?
No, it depends. Again, this is a very broader question you have asked, okay? Because I've seen there are designations called as delivery manager. They are also into projects only. Delivery manager, engagement manager, client facing manager. Okay, that's what pointing towards Jyoti's question. Everything is more or less project management only. But there are standalone titles: project manager, program leader, like that. Okay. So more or less, okay. Are you aiming at, see, simple definition? Are you aiming at something starting and then finishing something at an end of the day with a specific goal? In that case, that is a project. What designation is being called in the company doesn't matter. Okay. Now, moving to the next one, guys. Okay, on the screen, please, guys, I want a couple of volunteers to note it down. Okay, so we are in slide number 24. Okay, so right now, what you guys see on the screen, this is called as requirement traceability metrics. Okay, now let's see from this batch. Okay, how many of you guys are currently using or you have used exactly this traceability concept in your projects? Type yes in the chat. Are you comfortable with it? Hmm. No, okay. Some people are yes. Okay. So what I want to tell is, what is that, Priyaranjan? I think
Not
No,
exactly.
long before, because now into agile, so these
in
things are
Agile.
all gone.
Very correct. Very correct. See that he beautifully started the topic. Okay. So what I want to tell is, like Priyaranjan said, no, this traceability metrics is more relevant in predictive. Okay. So the word itself, traceability, are you getting that rigidity in that flow of requirements? Because Agile is more about welcoming changes. You guys we'll catch up with that later. But what is the relevance of this document is, or don't pick up this document as such. That is one thing I want to tell. Look at this only as a template or a framework. There are different ways of this traceability metrics available in different organizations. But in a nutshell, if you look at this, the left side, okay, here it shows about, see the title here, requirement description, business needs, objectives, goals, etc. So these two columns, it will be usually updated by the initiator. Today you guys told, no, it can be the product owner, product manager, anyone. But what I'm telling is the requirement description and the business needs is usually put by the initiator, which is more of the what kind of requirements. Once we give enough time for this initiator, okay, to put down his requirements, let's say 3 months I give him, 6 months I give him, okay. Once he has given a lot of his requirements, we fix it. That is why we say fixed requirements. Okay, we fix the requirements and then the project manager and team will start working on the right side columns. Have a look here. This one, if I use a different color. Here. Okay, so the project objectives, the WBS deliverables, product design, product development. Again, this is not to be mimicked in what is exactly. This is just a flow I'm telling. Okay, so once this what requirements are finalized, the PM plus team focus on the how requirement. Make sense? And finally, towards the end, did you see here? It is written here, test cases. Okay, so this test cases is, I would say, it is done either by the testing team, quality team internally, or there are some projects where there is a reliability team which is outside. There is a governing body, there is a compliance body, they will be doing the testing. So it depends. Okay, don't worry about the who. But in a nutshell, okay, please understand the flow here. First, let the initiator freeze the requirements. We will give enough time for the initiator. And then the PM plus team will break it on how we can execute it and make the initiator happy. Okay, this is just a guideline, guys. You will see at least 100 variety of this traceability in different companies. You see people who have typed yes in the chat. That means they are using this in some form of other. Okay, anything else here?
And is it like the requirement traceability has to be happen for the entire project scope, or gradually it can?
No, that is a problem. No, you only said, okay, when you say gradually, it becomes very difficult. Okay, so some projects, I want everything to be clear initially. Later, if they tell a small modification, it is very difficult practically. It is very expensive to accommodate those changes. So ideally, it is advised that you take enough time. This red color box, let the initiator take enough time to gather the requirements. Okay, let's say 6 months. Okay, so think really big, guys. Okay, that's what I want to tell you. Predictive projects. Okay, think of a dam construction. Think of a highway. Okay, those type of projects we may spend 6 months itself only for getting the requirements. Okay, but after that, if you suggest some changes, it will be very difficult and expensive. That is why we are insisting on fixing the requirements. Okay, now some of you guys will have a doubt. Okay, that means, Vishak, are you telling it is impossible to make changes? I will not say it's not impossible at all. There is a process called as change control. Through that we can make. But my point is, we don't usually entertain change request in predictive. Our attitude is not entertaining much. We maximum trouble the person who is coming up with a change request. Okay, we'll discuss about it in lesson 2. Okay, now we are in lesson 1. In lesson 2, one of the topic is change management. Okay, so we'll take that topic later. Okay, So everything interconnecting in the same slide will not be possible. So what I'm telling is changes are possible, but we trouble maximum. Okay, trouble in a funny way. I told the process is very, very bureaucratic. Okay, when it comes to changes in predictive. Okay, dear friends. Now, no one asked this question. Okay, so maybe they know or they missed it. Okay, or they don't want to know. It's not the case here, definitely, because you are waking up in the morning. Okay, so what is written here is the WBS deliverables. Okay, so regarding that only, I will tell next. Okay, so on the screen again another question. Okay, how many of you guys are using WBS in your projects, or you have used in the past WBS?
Is it work breakdown
Work
structure?
breakdown is
Exactly, same thing. Okay, it's the work breakdown structure. Okay, WBS. Okay, so this is also a trait which is there only in predictive. Okay, this is some small things I request you guys. Okay, whenever in the previous slide I told requirement traceability metrics is mainly in predictive, WBS is a part and parcel of requirement traceability metrics. So that is also applicable only in predictive. Clear? So what is WBS? Work breakdown structure. So a whole big project, you know what we do? We break that down into smaller chunks. Again, we break that down into smaller chunks. That is what finally the document which we get ready is called as work breakdown structure. The more you break down into granular level, the more clarity you will have, the more risk you will be able to identify. So this is the first step in a project. Whenever we have got the requirements ready, see on one side, let's talk about getting the requirements ready. Let's say we take 1 year or 6 months to get the requirements ready. But once the requirements are ready, the next baby step is getting a well elaborated work breakdown structure. I know this doesn't have any data. Please, I will go to the next slide. I will show you an example. See here. On the screen, you can see a work breakdown structure. Please don't ask me any details about this. What is this activity, etc. I don't know, because this is not prepared by me. This is prepared by some project manager and his team members for their project. Only thing I can tell, okay, what is this here? It's a value management system project. Okay, that project has been divided into need assessment, standard development, system engineering, project management. They have divided it. Okay, and then
So just to clarify one thing, when you say breakdown, it's not breakdown of requirement. It is the breakdown of the project managerial activities, right?
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
project management activities. Because
Very
initially I
well.
was thinking
Very
it's the
well.
requirement breakdown.
Yeah. That's a valid question which Priyaranjan have told. I mean, the point is, you people know in the previous slide we had product scope, correct? The product scope was more about what? That is not being broken down here. You tell me what you want. I will break my head. How can I deliver? That's why it is work breakdown structure. I will break my head to understand how will I deliver to you. The how is being broken down here. Is that clear, everyone? Not the what. The how is being broken down here. Okay, so now you look at this. Okay, value management system project. Under that there is need assessment, standard development. Now this need assessment, the team have further broken down. Okay, into current system audit, requirement determination, alternative development, system requirement development. Don't ask me more. I don't know. I'm repeating again. Okay, and then again this current system audit has been further divided into blah 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 blah. Okay, so till the moment you have a granular level clarity, you can break down the whole big project. The more you break down, it is good for you in the future. Okay, now the one at the topmost layer, okay, my dear friends, have a look here. The one at this layer, there is a name for it. Okay, this is called as control accounts. Because any big project which you are doing, okay, so ultimately when you do projects, no, we are gonna supposed to give updates to senior management people. Okay, so the senior management people, they don't care about alternative analysis. What is the progress? They don't care. They only look at this. Okay, need assessment, Vishak, what is the percentage completed? What is that we have planned? How much money you have spent? Quick. Next, standard developments. What is the percentage complete? What you have planned? What is the cost incurred so far? Quick. That's it. They love crisp 10,000 feet above data. Okay, so that's why it is called as control account. So what again, Jyoti, I told you slowly I will tell. Okay, so where is the role of project manager coming into picture is beautifully act as a middleman between my team members and between the senior management. Two people, extreme people. The way I communicate with senior management will be very crisp data, more number driven. The way I communicate with my team members will be more of elaboration on the activity. Okay, so that is what is an art. Okay, how you communicate the same information in a different ways. Okay, so they allow this data. Okay, makes sense, everyone? The top level data. So that is why it is called as control account. And below that, we have planning packages. I will put a red color thing. Hold on. This is what we call as planning packages. Okay. For example, current system audit is a planning package. Requirement determination is another planning package. Like that it goes. And finally, the bottommost one, which is not getting split further. You got my statement? The bottommost one, which is not getting split further, is called as work package. Let's say this one is a work package. Because this alternative analysis is not getting further broken down. And in fact, this alternative analysis is taken by an individual contributor. Okay, let's say in this batch, okay, if I am the project manager here, okay, and I have got a team members with me. Okay, if I consider, okay, Priyaranjan as one manager who is taking care of need assessment. So he is a manager who is taking care of the entire work piece related to need assessment. Okay, and then maybe under Priyaranjan, we may have Vinod from this batch. Okay, so Vinod is taking care of the entire vertical of current system audit. But finally, when the real work as a granular level, let's say from this batch, it is Lijo who is doing. Okay, but the point is, Lijo is not further distributing this to anyone else. He is an individual contributor. Okay, so the bottommost one in any project, when you prepare the WBS, it should be mapped to only one person. I don't want any work package. Hey, we three are working on it. No, why we three are working on it? In that case, you break that down into 3 work packages. Clear? So, another thing is in a project, no, we can have at the top layer, just like, you know, sandwich, burger and all, at the top layer, we have one thing. Okay, that is what is this control account. Okay, but just like sandwich and burger, no, it can have n number of layers. Filling. If you want more fillings, you can add more layers. But finally, there is one more at the bottom. Okay, so all the middle ones are planning packages, and the above one is control account, and the bottommost one is work package. So a project can have n number of planning packages. Okay, so this whole idea of this WBS originated way back, almost it's 125 years. Okay, and this is widely used in NASA type of projects and all. Okay, so in bigger projects, this is only one layer, my dear friends. Can you see here? This is first layer, second layer, third layer. But in big projects, the second layer will have multiple hierarchies. Let's say 10, 15 hierarchies. That's when something called as a program evolves. A program manager, okay, or a program leader, okay, like that. So what happens now when you do a big program, massive program, it will be split into small projects, in fact. Okay, this need assessment is itself a separate project, like that. I don't want to get into too much of details. That's a different topic. But are you getting the purpose what I'm telling? What is a program? Program is a collection of interrelated projects. Make sense? And finally, did you notice this numbering system, my dear friends? This numbering system, there is a name for it. It is called as code of accounts. Code of accounts. And did you notice the pattern in which it is being formed? It's not just a random number being generated. Okay. So here it is 1.1. Under this, there is 1.1.1, 1.1.2, 1.1.3, like that. And even under this 1.1.1, we have 1111. So that scheme of numbering, hope it makes sense for you people. Okay. Why? There's a purpose behind it. This screenshot looks so easy for you. But in real projects, when you have at least 400 items like this, we have to report to senior management people. We have to track our financials. So this numbering is very, very helpful. So that we can track and complete, like we can say this series of activities is closed. This is settled. The payment is settled. The work is completed. Like that and all we can do quickly. So the project tracking becomes more easy if you have this code of account. Make sense?
Kind of a traceability.
Correct. Okay. This is more of a trace. We are putting a tag against everything. Okay. That's the level of documentation and perfection we do when we do projects in a predictive way. Okay. Any questions, guys, folks? Please.
Is it like to find out which is the sub project and main project based on this naming convention, right?
But don't tell always sub project, because right now we are talking only about a single project. We are here for the PMP. I just told you.
Got it. Yeah, sub project in the sense, yeah. Anyway, we drill down to the WBS level, and
Correct.
also individual packages level. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's like a book index, right?
Book index, exactly, just like the first page of a book. Very good. Okay.
Thank you.
Visak, one question. So you are telling this all about traceability, which is for the predictive process. So we didn't use this style in Agile, or is there any other approach?
No, not used in Agile. Okay, that is what I will. At this moment, my answer is we are not using it in Agile. Okay, I will tell you the reasons why. Okay, so the moment you look at the good qualities of predictive and try to put it in Agile, and good qualities of Agile and try to put it in predictive, it won't work. Okay, that's why. Okay, just like, not to become a controversy, God have created man and woman. Okay, there is good qualities and bad qualities of both. Okay, so if don't try to mimic. Okay, good quality just doesn't come. It always comes with bad quality. Okay, so that's what I want to tell. Okay, so this is more relevant in predictive. Okay, this work breakdown, that level of documentation, that level of detailing is needed only in predictive projects. Okay, everyone.
Vishak, I have a question. Who is responsible for this work breakdown structure? I mean, like, who all will be involved apart? I understand project manager will be there, but I think it is more of a team level work, right? I mean, the breaking down everything that happens with multiple people, not just project managers. I would like to understand who all.
Of course. It is not ultimately at the end of the day, one person everyone can blame. Who is that, Anisha? That you can tell.
Project manager.
Project manager. Plus, okay, so he is the accountable person, but the WBS cannot be prepared in silos. Okay, he cannot prepare it in his own home. Okay, so it is done along with the support of his team. The team members are responsible. Okay, because if I'm preparing, they need to understand. Okay, oh, this is how it is getting divided, like that. And just to tell, at this moment, once this WBS is prepared, we map it to XYZ people through a RACI matrix. Okay, so otherwise what will happen? It will become a no man's island. So we'll talk about RACI matrix later. What I'm telling is, at this moment, for the point which you raised, okay, WBS is prepared totally by the PM and his team. PM and team, let it start telling. Okay, nothing is possible with the PM alone. He's never ever an individual contributor. Okay.
Visak, one question on this is, do we need to remember the terminologies that we are using it, like control account, planning package, work package? Theoretically, those questions will come up.
No. To be very honest, no one will ask you like which of this is a control account, like that and all. But it is good to have a grip on this, okay, because that's how. I mean, it's not going to affect your PMP, but good to have. Okay, when you work in projects, okay, it's good to know about this. Okay, but otherwise, PMP questions are far tougher. Okay, they will not ask straightforward question like this. Okay.
Yeah, because this we understand. The way you are explaining, we can understand the structure, but we can't remember those terminologies and all. That's
not needed. Just note it down. The top one is control account, middle one is planning package, bottom one is work package. That's it. Even if you forget, the problem. Okay, so you will remember it in the due course of time. That's it. Okay. Now, different WBS, my dear friends. Can you see here the next screenshot? It is a different WBS, which I picked up from the PMP. Okay, this is a different WBS. So what I want to tell is, the WBS can be prepared in any way. Now, don't ask me that question. How do we prepare WBS? You can prepare it based on the components of a product. You can prepare it based on the phases of a project. You can prepare it based on the countries where you are launching it. Let's say 3 countries. So we'll have a bucketing of 3 countries. So prepare the way we wish. I've seen a variety of WBS, product based, phase wise, country wise, etc. etc. Okay. For example, this batch also, again, I told you, everything is a mindset. Okay, it's not about you literally preparing a mindset. Literally preparing a WBS. What you should understand from WBS is, am I able to have an idea of how do I break down my work? Okay. For example, in this batch also, when I started this, okay, I have this weekend batches, weekend batch, as well as weekday batch. Okay, so weekend batch is spanning across 5 Saturday Sundays, and weekday batch is spanning across 4 Saturdays, so 4 weekends, including the exam prep. It is spanning across 4 weekends. Okay, so first week, what is that we should cover? Second week, what is that? Third week, what is? Fourth week, what? And in the first week, Monday what, Tuesday what, Wednesday what, Thursday what, Friday what? I have an agenda. I mean, I have not noted it down, but I have a mind map. And Monday first half, I mean, in the first 1 hour, what should be covered? In fact, it is a WBS. I have not documented it, But somehow I've segregated that in my mind. So why? The more you try to decompose it further, I will get an idea. If one of you guys in this batch is asking some irrelevant questions, then I have to tell, guys, we are running short of time. Can we come back? Like that. Okay. So that's the purpose of decomposing it. The more you decompose, you will get a clarity of thoughts. Okay. Now, guys, I assume if there is no hand raise, that means there is nothing to discuss. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can raise hand. Otherwise, I'll tuck quick move. Okay. Now, the next one is WBS dictionary. Okay, so I know you guys, all of us, we are all belonging to a generation, fortunately, I should tell that, okay, where we were using a dictionary in our childhood days. Okay, whenever we have a word meaning doubt, we used to refer a dictionary. Okay, but now you know the poor generation kids of tomorrow, they will tell it is easy for them. What is that they do? Okay, they don't, Google is over. That era is still.
That's okay.
3 years back it was Google. Okay, now what do? They take a photograph of that textbook, okay, and they will put a prompt, okay, generate all the tough words for a 6th grade student. It will automatically give for a 6th grade student or an 8th grade student. If you put a prompt like this, it will pick up all the tough words which potentially can come as a unknown word for a grade 6 student, grade 7 student. Okay, so the dictionary concept is not relevant these days, but at least our generation of people, we used to look at a dictionary. Okay, now coming back to WBS dictionary, what is our purpose of looking at dictionary? To know a word meaning. Correct? Same is the case with WBS dictionary. We saw an inverted tree structure a couple of slides back, but everything, for example, what was that? Need assessment, like that, it was there. Okay, and then in this, component analysis, gap assessment. Simply, if I say, okay, Vishak, today onwards you do the gap assessment, like that, when someone tells me, I'll be clueless. What is that gap assessment? Okay, if I'm part and parcel of the project, it is fine. But if I've moved to the team recently, or I've shifted my company and I'm in a new company right now, then it will be difficult for me to catch up quickly. Okay, that's where this WBS dictionary helps. Okay, so I'll tell in a holistic way, dear friends. Okay, so it involves capturing details of the code of account. What is that code of account for every work package? The description of that work, assumptions and constraints of that work package or the planning package. See, assumptions and constraints is very, very important, guys, for a package level as well as for a project. Okay, whenever we start a project, we start with assumptions and constraints. You guys also, today is the first day of the session, you guys have some assumption. Okay, either someone have told you do PMP, you will get this. Okay, or the sales people in Star Agile would have told you these are the benefits of doing PMP. That's why you are waking up in the morning and attending the session, right? So you are here with some assumptions in mind. Okay, and constraints means what? Some people know when they enroll in the batch, they have a deadline constraint. Oh my God, Vishak, I need to clear PMP. I'm applying internally. Okay, so this certification will help me to in getting that next role. Like that enroll, they will have a deadline. Okay, that is what is a constraint. So at a project level, as well as at a work package level, we should identify the assumptions and constraints. Okay, then remaining things are not important. Responsible organization, then how much resources required, cost estimation, quality expectations, what is the acceptance criteria for this work package. Okay, technical, are we supposed to refer some manual or journal for this particular work package? Everything will be there in the WBS dictionary. Okay, now having given this much hype about this, I just want to tell you one more truth. Okay, don't feel disappointed. This is only from a PMI mindset. Okay, I have dealt with, let's say in my third organization, I have dealt with at least 6 project managers. And in the first 2 companies, I was also working as a project manager. But throughout my career, I have not got a chance to work with a WBS dictionary. So it is something PMI have put as an ideal thing. But there are organizations which maintain WBS dictionary. Okay, if you are from a defense background, aerospace background, naval architecture background, medicine development, pharmaceutical companies, those companies are very, very particular about documentation. So even if some companies claim they are predictive, they may not use all this. They say all these are PMI mindset, theoretical, like that. Okay, so that is what I want to tell. I haven't seen any organization sincerely following it. There is SOP, standard operating procedures are there, but you cannot replace WBS dictionary with an SOP. SOP is more general. Okay, What is that work practice? What is a flow of work? Like that, when you have some structure to your work, no, that is what is standard operating procedure. This is exactly each and every element of your project you are elaborating. That level of detail, people don't maintain. Okay. Anyone guys would love to hear your thoughts? Is there anyone from any background? Are you maintaining? Is that practice in your company? Okay. One request is guys, okay? No, anything? I think.
Hello, Vishak, small doubt.
Yeah.
What will be the difference between the SOP and this WBS? Like,
That's what I don't know. See, SOP is standard operating procedure. It is more of a general instruction. This is the whole big project which is tailored for your project. Okay, you have elaborated, no? So each and every minute details we are documenting it again.
So SOP is like making a flow chart.
SOP maybe like 2-3 projects will have the same SOP.
Okay, because I'm into a technical domain. I'm just planning to switch the platform from technical to this PMP. So just I want a bit detail on that part. So only.
Don't worry, don't worry. See, in this batch, I think that's what Jyoti told me. If you look at the count, okay, out of 60 people, almost 45-50 people will be from a non-project background. So don't worry about it. Okay, slowly we'll get into all these things. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So what I was telling.
One quick question, small one. Is it like this document is a very wide document, like company level? Is it project level, product level, dictionary?
This is project level. That is a good question. See, this is not a company document. This is a project document. That is why I'm telling SOP. That's a good question which you have asked, and that's an answer for you. Okay, the previous person who asked question. See, SOP is more of a company guideline, but this is more at a project level. My project, let's say today we are starting a project. I'm the project manager. You guys are my team members. Let's together make a WBS for this project and a dictionary for this project, not the company's guidelines. Okay. That is why I told no, people usually don't make everyone know we are a little bit lazy. Okay, why document it? You know, right? Like that, people take it as conventional. Okay, but except for some organizations where this is mandatory, okay, usually this is not being applied. But trust me, one thing, guys, if companies start sincerely, company means you people start sincerely following this practice, then switching career will become easy. People don't understand that, okay? Because in front of you guys, if I'm standing, no, I started my career in manufacturing and then I moved into e-commerce. Totally 180-degree switch. Okay. The whole reason is the PMP helped me. Okay. Because I could demonstrate the confidence and the people at the other side also could understand. Okay. A person from a factory background, if he's joining in a software company, what value addition he can bring. Okay. So if I don't have any documentation, okay, let's say I switch from Boeing to Volkswagen. I may have the willingness to learn, but if I don't have any data, how will I learn? That is why I'm telling, if companies start sincerely maintaining WBS dictionary, you guys can easily switch. But people don't do that. Okay, you guys have a domain stamp. How many of you guys have already got it? I'm not sure. If you have worked for more than 10 years or around at least 7 years in a particular style of industry, then it is difficult to switch. You are an automobile guy, right? You are from the pharma background. I'm from the banking background. That people will put a stamp on you. Okay, so try to switch domains and PMP will definitely help you. Okay, that confidence you will have. Okay, try experimenting. Okay, I'm from the pharmaceutical background. I'm trying medicine development. I'm from banking background. I moved to a software company. I'm from aerospace. I moved to automobile. It is possible, but little bit you have to tweak your profile, show that confidence in the interview, etc., etc. Okay. Yeah, Vinod.
Hi, Vijay. Yeah. So in WBS, how are you handling the scope creep? Because when it's a fixed requirements, let's say for 6 months, and if you want to change the scope of the project, maybe after 3 months or 4 months, how
Very
will
good. Good question. That is coming in the subsequent slides. Okay, he has brought up a valid topic, scope creep. It is coming 2 slides down the line. Okay, Vinod. Yeah.
Sure. Thanks.
Now, I just want
one question on this. So how do you is it just an indexing number or does this document contains a hefty details out of that?
No, it's not just indexing. It is proper elaboration of it. See, the WBS dictionary, the indexing is just one part. I'm not denying that there is no indexing. There is indexing, but it's not about just indexing. It's about elaborating the details of the work package. See, that's what I told. No, if one person, let's say Vinod is joining my team, okay, as a person, and his task is to do the component analysis for the next 3 weeks. So he will be clueless. So if he is looking at the WBS dictionary, he will have an idea how to start with, which all documents to refer. This component analysis is depend on which all inputs, like that and all, he will have an idea.
Is it
Not
something called project management plan? Are you
No,
talking?
no, no. Different. Project management plan is different. Good question, but we'll park it for later. Totally
So for
different.
project manager reference book, can I understand in that way, reference dictionary
that-
for us to, yeah.
Not like that, because this is more at the work package level. Okay, project management reference dictionary is more for his project execution. That's why I told you, the project management plans are different. Okay, that is more about the how part of the execution. Okay, but this is more about the project specific details. Okay, how part is different. I will cover this question later. Okay, PMP. Okay, project management plans.
So
Yeah,
Vishak,
Vishak,
one
sorry
last
to take a
question.
chance here.
One person, guys. Otherwise, the chaos will happen. Okay, raise hand. Not like this. Zoom hand. No one has any. Go ahead. Anyone?
Yeah.
Anyone? Go ahead.
Vishak, yeah. Please go ahead.
So sorry. So the ultimate objective for WBS dictionary is like what? If like I just want to sum it up in one line, the goal of WBS dictionary, like why do we create it?
So that is what. No, see, we want to know more details about that small work we are supposed to do as a team. Okay, so that's what I told. No, see, if I say Srinivasa is taking care of this component identification, so he need to know more details of that particular gig which is given to him. Gig, that small work which is given to him, he will get it from the WBS dictionary. Okay, and let's say if another person, okay, Kritika is working on requirement determination, so she will get an idea of that requirement determination from that WBS dictionary. Okay, this is not connected with the management plans. That's what I was telling. Management plans are separate. Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, Vishak, please correct me my understanding. It's a kind of the safe operating procedures and these things what we are discussing, right? It's a kind of activity handbook. What are the activities in that organization for the particular task, right? Yeah, it's a kind of whatever you say, yeah, Bhagavad Gita or Quran and all, right? It's the activity tasks what we are supposed to do in detail written, actually documented.
It is right only, but what I'm telling is that is more of a general thing for a company, standard operating procedure like that. For the sake of this batch, no, you guys can compare it with SOPs, but I would totally not agree. You cannot compare it with standard, what is a handbook, activity book, or standard operating procedure, what you said, because that is general for a company or for a department. This is specific to that work package. Again, I have to tell that only. Okay, so that is what I'm telling. No, we guys have not seen it. Okay, except for some highly traditional industries who are very crazy about documenting everything. This is not much used, but try using it, guys. Every gig you try.
Got it. Yeah, is it a part of ISO audit related thing also?
Yes, that makes sense. Okay, some companies.
Yeah, because I am also from a manufacturing background.
Yeah, correct. Okay. See, CMMI level 5 organizations or ISO accreditations, when you go, right, if you are going for an ISO accreditation for your project, then they will insist that you should maintain a WBS dictionary. You cannot cut the loop. Okay, that's a valid point.
Thank you.
Okay? Yes, next, Mani.
Yeah, Vishak, does this WBS evolve, a dictionary evolve?
Ideally, it should not evolve, because that is the beauty of plan-driven projects. Okay, we have given enough time. Think really big. Okay, dear friends. Okay, let's say 6 months on requirement gathering, then 6 months on preparing WBS and its dictionary, and then only we are starting execution. Okay, so after that, if it is evolving, then there is some problem.
What happens with the change control? Like when there is a change.
1 minute. That's why I told you, ideally it should not change. If you notice my disclaimer, it can change through change control. That is a loophole. Okay. But again, my counter is we don't usually entertain changes. 100 questions we will ask before approving the change. Okay. So that it's in a nutshell, guys. So today it's very early. One thing I just want to conclude, guys, you will have a little bit of confusions. This is a 2-hour session. Okay. Trust me, people in this weekend batch, the first session, by the time it ends only, they will get an idea. That is 4 hours. But today you guys will have a confusion, but give me some time. Trust me, almost after 6 hours of discussion, things will fall in place properly. Okay. Otherwise, when I tell, no, it will sound like a very adamant statement, but you will understand why I'm adamantly telling slowly over a period of time. Okay. Only thing is you have to wait for the story to complete. Okay. So where was I? Okay, we were in the topic decomposition. See, decomposition is a beautiful English word. Okay, it is there in biology. What is it? This decay, or like breaking down into smaller granules. Okay, so that's the same thing in this slide also. The whole big project, no, we are breaking that down into smaller manageable parts. That process is called as decomposition. Okay, now let me see how many of you guys remember what is this on this one. This one is what we
Change control.
Code of accounts.
Code of
Work
yes.
Code of
Yes,
accounts.
that is fine. This
packaging.
one,
WBS dictionary.
Work
It's a
breakdown
kind of
structure.
indexing of the
oh no, that guys. One minute.
Project methodology.
Code of accounts.
1 minute, not that. 1 minute, silent. What I'm telling is this one. Do you have a deja vu? We saw this recently. That is
WBS.
WBS.
Yes. Scope, planning package.
Planning package.
correct. This was the WBS I showed you a couple of slides back. That was my only point. Clear, everyone? Are you able to connect it?
Yes.
Value
Yes.
management system project need us. That's all was my question. Okay. Now that inverted tree structure, how beautifully it is being structured. Now see here, value management system project. Then under that we have need assessment, standard development, system engineering, project management, and under this need assessment we have current system audit. This, and under that we have again this one. That's it. So this is what is the purpose of preparing a WBS. Now this one, what you see on the screen, no, this one is an input for your project schedule and cost. Now we will not talk more about it, but just consider this. A well elaborated work breakdown structure is the first step when you do a project. Based on this only, we prepare the project schedule and we prepare the project cost. Make sense, everyone? So this is very important, decomposition. So now you will have a doubt. And what is the difference between decomposition and WBS? If that is your question, decomposition is a process. WBS is the outcome. A well elaborated WBS is the outcome. Decomposition is the process. Any questions, anyone?
So can we consider so decomposition is a part of WBS?
No, that's what decomposition is a process. WBS is the final outcome. Okay, it's not part and parcel. It's an action. Decomposition is the action, and the result is a well elaborated WBS. Make sense, everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, quick. What was that? Someone was talking, no? Go ahead.
Hey,
No.
actually, like, can you give an example of that process? What is that decomposition?
Simply, you break that down into smaller. Okay, that's it. Imagine you are having a project idea in front of you. Okay, how should we open it up? Okay, how all we are going to distribute it? Okay, under that, what all we are going to do? Okay, just say an event management. Okay, so when you do an event, okay, this event, first of all, we finalize the date, and then one team. Okay, let's say one team is focusing on the venue. Okay, another team is focusing on the logistics part. Another team is focusing on the food. Okay, food. What is it? Are we going to organize a buffet? One team is focusing on the public outreach. Okay, how are we going to invite the people? One may be focusing on the guest panel, okay, senior people, okay, some guest lecture or something, etc. And then again in the venue we may have a detailed plan. Explore in the internet places around my city where there is a venue which can accommodate 500 people. Second one, go and physically visit the venue.
Yeah.
Third one, talk to the venue providers. Like that. That's it.
I got it, but those and all comes in WBS, right? So I'm trying to connect between both, like WBS and decomposition.
Jasper, that's what I was telling. WBS is the document. Decomposition is that process of breaking it down.
So we mean decomposition is a part where we are working inside the WBS. To make a WBS, we are working on a decomposition.
Jasper, everyone, if I tell that example, it will be very double meaning. So I will not tell that. Okay, hope you understood. Okay, so decomposition is a process and WBS is a final outcome. Is that clear, guys, everyone? The process of breaking down into smaller parts, that is what is decomposition. And the final product, what you see, it is a well-defined WBS. Clear?
Oh, okay.
No, I think the question is coming because both contain the same thing. Why we need both?
No, guys, Priya Ranjan, that's what I was telling. Decomposition is a process of elaborating the WBS. Makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, now I got it. This is
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now you are attending this PMP training, right? That's a process. But what is the outcome? It's a
W.
yeah, no, it's a PMP certification like that. So everything has got a process of doing it. No, finally the outcome will take time. That outcome is a well elaborated WBS. Okay. So the control account planning package, all these things we spoke, my dear friends. So you guys can check the slides once you get access to it. I told no by Wednesday you will get the slides. Okay. Now I need to move to the next topic. Okay, guys. The next topic is scope baseline. Okay, with this, I think we'll put a full stop today. Okay. Scope baseline means what? First of all, I will tell you how this term is being used in the industry. We say baseline is finalized. That's a way of telling. Okay. Baseline is finalized. Okay. So basically in predictive, there are how many baselines? Let me hear from you people, predictive background people. How many baselines are there and what are they? How many? Guess, guys. Tell some
There
number.
are
As far as I
there are
just
four.
Infinite.
What are they? One is scope baseline, obviously. What about the other baselines?
Requirement baseline.
No, the requirement baseline is part of scope baseline. Okay. There is nothing
The
like
duration.
maybe the
Cost and schedule.
cost and schedule. Okay, that's it. So we have three baselines. Okay, scope baseline, cost baseline, and schedule baseline. Okay. Right now, since we are in the topic of scope, we are discussing only about scope baseline. Okay. But one thing, first thing which is getting finalized is scope baseline. Based on the scope baseline only, cost and schedule gets finalized. Okay. So the scope baseline, okay, when do we say it is getting finalized? That is the next point. Okay. So first thing, we didn't discuss this term so far. It is called as a project scope statement. Okay. Some companies, they will tell it as SOW, statement of work. Okay. So whenever we are in the verge of finalizing the scope baseline, we should have the scope statement ready. Okay. The scope statement is I would say it's a cute 1 page or 2 page document. Don't make it as a big book. Okay. 1 page, 2 page, or a very minimalistic document, which is from the point of view of the project manager. Please understand. Okay. From the point of view of the project manager. Okay. Let's say if Lijo from this batch, he's the client. Okay. If I am the initiator, okay, Vishak is the initiator, then in the early stage, sorry, he's a client and Vishak is the project manager. Okay. So in the early stage, Lijo have conveyed his requirements clearly to me. Okay, he has finalized, he has given every single requirement to me. Now what happens? I will try to reinforce to Lijo, hey, is my understanding correct? This things you want, correct? Like that I will ask him. That is what is called as scope statement. Okay. Just like when you go to a restaurant, no, we all will order food. Okay, let's say one of you guys cleared PMP and you are organizing a treat. Okay, so once you guys go to a restaurant, okay, everyone will order randomly what all dishes they would love to eat. The starter, the main course, the dessert. Okay, dessert without sugar in it, dessert without ice in it. Then starter should be served without garlic in it. Like that, many people will tell their own requirements. Okay, but what is the job done by a fantastic waiter who is listening to our orders? Okay, what he will do, he will summarize the entire order in a beautiful manner. I'm not sure if you have noticed, good waiters do that. Okay, so this is what you guys have ordered for this. This is what you have ordered for this. This should be served at the end of the food. Like that, they will tell clearly. And one more question they will ask: anything else you would love to have? Like they will ask. Then only they will go to the kitchen and pass on the order. So what I'm telling is the scope statement. Imagine that waiter is a project manager. That's why I told you I see a project manager everywhere. Okay, that waiter is reconfirming that, is my understanding correct? Can I move further? Like that, he is just double checking with us. We are the customers there. Make sense? So this along with a well-defined WBS. Once this is ready, that's when we say scope baseline is finalized. Clear? Any questions?
Is there any approval process for this or?
Yes. Approval is from the other side. Okay, see, when we go to a restaurant, we will tell, no, nothing else. Thank you so much. Like that. So in this case, the scope statement needs to be signed off by the customer or the initiator. Before I start making my hands dirty, I just want to make sure, is my understanding correct? Tomorrow you should not tell Vishak, this is not what I expected. Lijo should not tell like that. So we need to get the sign off from the scope statement. Okay. Now, I think some of you guys asked, no, I will tell you, once the scope baseline is finalized, it's very difficult to make changes. If you want to make changes, you should go through a, can you see here?
Change request.
That is what I'm telling you. Formal change control process. Regarding that, we'll discuss in lesson 2. But that doesn't happen simply as at our whims and fancies. That is what I want to tell today. In predictive, it doesn't happen simply. It takes a bureaucratic process. You have to go through that. Clear, everyone? That's it. So moving further.
Vishal,
This is what, yeah,
Vishal,
go
a
ahead.
small doubt.
Yeah.
We are just discussing on this change part also, right? In predictive. So if
Yeah,
we are going with a change request to the client or customer, that will be more cost involved, right? Cost effective,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, not only cost, lot of things are there. That's what I'm telling you. We'll talk about change management as a separate piece.
Okay, got it.
That is what it has an impact. That's the one liner I will tell. It has got an impact. It can be cost, it can be schedule, it can be compromise in risk. Why not? It can be compromise in quality, anything. So we'll take it in a different level. Okay.
Okay.
Now, one thing I want to tell, I think someone already put the seed of this some 15 minutes back. So that's what we are going to discuss today. Last thing. Okay. Scope creep. Okay. The scope creep means what, once I have spoken to, remember in the previous slide, I told you Lijo is the initiator, correct? He is the initiator. Okay. I've spoken to him and I have finalized the WBS based on that, and I've started working also. Okay. When I started working almost 1 month over, this Lijo is coming to me and telling, hey, Vishak, can you do something else also? This is very small thing. It will take only another 6 hours for you to do. Would you mind if you can do that also for me? Like that he is asking. So are you getting this situation, what I'm telling? After I have finalized everything, okay, and PM is like a person walking across a rope, okay, handling some sticks in him. Okay, have you seen circus people? So I'm managing something and I'm walking. In between, this Lijo is coming and telling, can you do something extra also for him? So that is what is called as scope creep. Okay, so see here, any uncontrolled expansion to product or project scope without making proper adjustments to time, cost, and resources is called as scope creep. We are not, because he's telling that, hey, can you do this also? Anyway, the projects you are doing, right? Like that he is asking. So that is what is called as scope creep. So one thing, guys, scope creep under any circumstance, it should not be entertained. You are a project manager. We should have a well-defined scope and WBS. Anything outside that, it's an art of telling no. I'm not telling you have to bluntly tell no, but you have to avoid such instances of scope creep. Okay. So in this batch also, I would tell you today, usually I coin a keyword in the batch. Okay. It is called as jellyfish. Okay. Listen, guys, it is called as jellyfish. Okay. In this batch, if you feel that anyone, obviously 1 or 2 people will be there, they will be asking irrelevant questions, unwanted questions. Okay. And if the rest of the people are feeling that that is not relevant to our course, that is not relevant to our aim of PMP, then nicely type jellyfish in the chat. Okay. So I have transferred the responsibility to you. If I tell that, hey, that is not relevant, that person will feel offensive. But if 4 or 5 people are typing jellyfish, no problem. Okay. So do that favor for me if you find that one of you guys is asking unwanted questions. Okay. So what is exactly I told you? That jellyfish, like that I told you, it is what? Scope creep. Because there is a purpose. You guys are all here. Okay. People from Indian times, you are here in the early morning. Okay. So that purpose is to clear PMP. So anything other than that, okay, if people are asking, which is irrelevant, it seems to you people, then you should highlight it. So in a nutshell, what I want to tell, scope creep is to be avoided because it will disturb. If I keep answering some question which is not related to PMP, I would love to answer. What will happen? Whatever I've assured you, by the 4th week, I will be finishing the curriculum, and the 5th week exam prep, you guys will be confident for the PMP. Like that if I am assuring you, if unwanted questions come and I am answering it, our sanctity of this course will get ruined. You may not get that same confidence, which I am envisioning today. Make sense, everyone? So that is what is scope creep. So what could be the cause of scope creep, guys? Quickly, I'm not focusing on every point. Interference from the client. I told, no, you guys are my client. You guys ask relevant questions. Okay. Second one is incomplete scope statement. Dear friends, just now, previous slide, we spoke about scope statement, correct? I prepared the scope statement for Lijo. correct? If I don't do justice to that job of preparing a scope statement, he will ask, Vishak, that you didn't mention in the scope statement, that you have mentioned, I thought you will do it. Like that he will tell. So the clarity of thoughts in the scope statement is very important to minimize scope creep. If I don't do justice to the scope statement preparation, he is going to ask me unwanted questions. Clear, everyone? Thirdly, if you don't have a change control system, this is what I told you. I will discuss about change control system in lesson 2. Hold on. What I'm telling is, what if your company doesn't have a change control mechanism? That's when the scope creep keeps coming. Okay, that's it. So how to avoid, guys, the scope creep thing? Never ever allow any changes without a proper review. Even if it is free of cost, not at all taking any time. Okay, that is the mindset you should have. Okay. Then other minute things are, don't let the client talk to your team members. Then also scope creep will happen because client will put some thoughts into the team members. Okay. And then the scope statement should be well communicated to all stakeholders. Okay. In fact, in my first company, whenever the scope statement is prepared, I circulate it to the entire senior leadership people. Let them sign off in that. Because after 1 month, they should not tell, Vishak, I thought this is also part of your project. Like that, they should not tell. So we should get it signed off. They should look at the scope statement and address any concerns if they have before I make my hands dirty, before I move into execution stage. So these are some ways in which we can avoid scope creep.
But Vishal, it is allowed, right? The other statement you said, like every time we cannot say to the customer that we will not do. Some cases we might allow it, right?
But that is what I mean. Let it go through change request. That is what I'm telling. So simply, okay, Ranjan, I can do that also. You want an overview of Microsoft project? I will do that also. It's a software for predictive projects. Okay. But if I do that, no, what will happen? Our sessions sanctity will
I got it. If you are going through change management, then we have the traceability. That's what I wanted to find it out. So we need to be documenting somewhere.
Yeah. If the customer is asking something extra, we should tell, okay, we can do it, but let us take it through a change request. Okay. So that's it. Ashish.
Yeah, Vishak, so this is prior to the finalization of the scope baseline, or it is after the finalization, basically after taking the sign off from the customer?
After the sign off, okay, see, Ashish, you are my customer. After the sign off, if you ask me something extra, which is not part of this course, then I would say scope creep.
Okay, if any additional scope contain the inclusion of more time or inclusion of more cost, then it will not be it will not called as a scope creep.
It will not be called as a scope creep. But the point is, again, don't miss it. It should go through a change control. Someone should approve. Okay.
Yeah. So change control team will only decide whether it is a scope creep or it is an additional scope.
No. There is nothing like scope creep. We should not entertain. If Ashish, you are telling something extra, I will tell, hey, that's a scope creep. Let us take it through change request. Like that.
Okay, but who will decide whether it contains the time, cost, and resources?
That is what I'm telling. Change control board. We'll talk about it in lesson 2. Change management is a separate piece altogether. Now don't worry about it. Only my request is it will be routed through change control. Like that, you guys just remember.
This is like a complementary thing, which you are getting without any cost.
No, we should not do. See, scope creep, we should not entertain, Ashish. That's it. This is nothing good about scope creep. We should discourage the scope creep under any circumstance. Okay. Even giving complimentary, it should be part of the scope. See, some of you guys in this batch, now don't go and ask StarAgile people. You would have got some complimentary courses, right? If you have enrolled for the exam prep, something. So that is what it is. Okay. So that is complimentary, but that is part of the scope. But after paying and then telling, okay, can you do this also? Like that, when you ask, no, then it is scope creep.
Okay. Yeah.
So one thing, guys, I would love to put a full stop in this slide. Okay. And then I will tell you to the all batch audience here, today, whatever we discussed so far, that was related to predictive in the scope topic. Tomorrow, we will start with this slide. Okay. After some 2-3 slides, we'll start with this. Okay. This, what is it? Yeah, this one, Agile Manifesto. Okay. So usually this is what is a journey. Okay. The first session will be predictive when it comes to scope. The second session will be more related to Agile. So please understand why I'm jumping into this slide and showing you this is, don't think PMP is just focusing on the WBS, requirement traceability metrics and all. It's a mixed journey. We talk sometimes about predictive, sometimes about Agile. In schedule also, we talk about predictive, we talk about Agile. Like that, we move further. Okay, so stay patiently. There will be a lot of interconnections which are not totally solid for you. Okay, but like I told you, you have to trust on me. Project management is not linear. Same as the course. So that connections will become strong only after some 6 hours of discussion. Okay, that's it. So any questions you guys have before we wrap up today? That's why I told you. This is the first day of the batch. Do you have any general questions? Topic-wise questions, we have time tomorrow also, we'll discuss. Any general questions you have? We have got 3 minutes left. That's why I'm asking.
Vishak, may I ask something?
Ask, that's what, no, you are full right to ask.
Yeah, so when you started your topic, you have just given, when you're defining your profile, you have given contact details like phone number and email. So I know you are a busy man. So what are our baseline for contacting you? If something is not cleared in the stipulated time, then are we allowed to contact you in some or other way?
How
I'm
should I respond to this question? I'm not
I know this is a very
today,
diplomatic question because
so what do you expect me to respond? So the point is, I'm always okay for any general questions you guys have. Okay, you can put a message in WhatsApp or in LinkedIn. Okay, I'll be happy to respond. But try it as a project manager. We should always try. This is not I'm telling as an excuse. Okay, we should always try to find the solution by ourselves, like research or something. Very basic questions. Sometimes people will ask, okay, which is a website to apply for PMP? Like that, and students will message. So what will I do? Okay, so always ask good questions. I'll be happy to help. Okay, but don't worry. Okay, we are meeting on a daily basis, right? So I would suggest let's discuss tomorrow if you have any questions like that. But always connect with me in LinkedIn. All of you guys who are there, no, please drop me a connection request. Okay, in LinkedIn. Okay.
Thanks, Vishal.
But for the time being, I would request if you are aggressive. I love aggressive guys. If you are aggressive, please go through the application process video. That is a need of the hour. Don't worry about the curriculum. I will make sure that you guys are reaching the peak of your confidence by the 4th week. Okay. But now your focus should be on getting yourself applied. Okay. So tomorrow I would be happy to address any question related to the application, provided, okay, like you asked, no, Ashish, you should have gone through the video. On the top of you going through the video, if you ask me a question, we'll be happy to. Okay.
Thank you.
Please make sure.
Sure, can you ask one question, whatever you taught today, just for our reference, can you just create one question, PMP level question, whatever you taught today? Because
PMP level question will be difficult. That's what I'm telling. No, you'll understand. Okay, every people they ask this question. Okay, only one request is there: patiently listen. Okay, because if I give a question, you will think this much only is PMP level question. Because today nothing is there.
No. My question is little different. Today you taught us couple of things, predictive model and all, right? I just wanted to know, can you give us one question example so that what exactly you are teaching, we are able to connect? That's the point I just want to say, because I don't know PMP. I know I'm into this 20 years, so I know this is a big question.
Correct. We'll do one thing. Basic questions we'll ask tomorrow. Okay, nothing is coming to my mind, but because usually,
okay, then it's fine.
Usually I used to tell it is situational. Okay, because only in a big question the word WBS will be there today, whatever we are seeing. Or the project manager is preparing, like the initiator is preparing a requirement traceability metrics. Like that, one sentence will be there. That's it. The purpose of the question will be something into risk management or procurement management. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, 1 minute, guys. I think people started dropping. I have a request. Okay, please give your feedbacks on the session. Every day there will be a poll. Okay, just like Priyan's told, no? So every day there will be a poll. You guys give your feedback regarding how the session is going. Okay. Anything else? Who have raised hand? Soham.
Hey, hi. Vishak, just one question. As you just said, the PPTs will be available on Wednesday. So when we supposed to get the recording of these sessions?
Same. Everything you will get it as a single email. It will contain a link to the Google Drive, which has got the presentation as well as the recordings. It is getting recorded. I don't have the access. Soon the Star Agile people will pull it out from the backend. Second one, there will be a WhatsApp group which will be created, and you guys will have the link to access that WhatsApp group from that single email. You will get it from support@staragile.com. That is the email ID. Just sometimes it may go to your spam folder, so just note down that also. Okay. Yes, Tushar.
I know we are top of the time, but one just quick question to connect the dots. So today we discuss more about that predictive models method, and so and we talk more about the scope of predictive method. So what are the other elements? Like we discuss about the scope. What are the other elements?
Yeah, picture अभी भी बात है ना, scope है, cost है, schedule, quality, procurement, everything is there. Okay, so we'll discuss about all those. That's what in the introduction slide I told, right? We have a learning path I showed you. Scope, cost, schedule, quality, procurement, risk management, stakeholder management, change management. A lot of things are there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Vishak, one more last question. I know.
Yeah.
What is application recording? I might application videos. I might.
I've shared a video in the chat. Okay, I'll share it again if you guys want. Okay.
That is
So,
the link which you have shared initially.
yeah, exactly. Okay, 1 minute. I'll put it again in the chat. Okay. So make sure you copy it and paste it. Okay. No, I'm not able to find it. Has someone copied it? Can you put it in the chat itself?
Yes, I'm doing it.
Sure.
Yeah, just do it. Okay, 1 minute. I couldn't find it. Yeah, a lot of chats. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so Ashish, that is what. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks all guys. Anything else? Come on. Who else is there? Danish, Sheelan.
Yeah, hi, Rajat. So one query, apart from the PPT which you said which will be sharing in a couple of days, is there any other study material that we need to be referring to?
Nothing. Enjoy. Okay, first week enjoy. Okay, first go through the application process video. That's it. Okay, so I told you I minimalistically load you guys. Okay, the maximum load in you guys will be from the third week. Okay, third week onwards you put maximum time you can do. Okay, let's say if you want precisely 17th, no, 24th, around March first week. Okay, if you can dedicate more time. I will not tell what is that now. If please plan your calendar in such a way that you are ready to study from the third week onwards. Okay.
Vishal, one last question. So actually, like one day I cannot make this session. So like going through the video is the only option, or there is any other option?
Only option. There is only option is that. Okay, because the session goes highly non-linear. Okay, so there is no like this day is exactly replicated. Okay, I don't know whatever I tell in different other batches. Okay, so better you join this. The next batch will come maybe next month only. By just for you would have cleared PMP. So why go through that 2 hours of session? Okay.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Tushar. Tushar, you're on mute. Oh, nothing is that. Okay, then. Thank you, guys. So see you tomorrow with the same energy or more energy. Okay. Thank you all, guys. Okay.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Have a
Yeah.
great day.
Thanks,
Bye.
Lukash.
Thank
you.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah, bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.